Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. This is House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 6. I believe the episode was called The Smallfolk. Yeah, and this was an episode about the Smallfolk. The Smallfolk played a major role in this particular episode. This was an episode of House of the Dragon. It was an interesting episode of House of the Dragon. It took things in some unique directions in the series of Game of Thrones as a whole. And what I mean by that is a lot of this episode didn't really have any music. It was kind of silent, especially the first half of the episode. I was like, what's going on? Something feels a little different here. And then I realized there was no music and everything was real quiet at times. But some of the parts in this episode I really enjoyed. Especially all the dragon stuff. I thought the dragon stuff worked really well tonight. I love how I can't waste any time to talk about the whole Sea Smoke stalking Corlys's other son there. I'm not sure his name. People in the live chat can tell me. But when he's stalking him, most of the time I've had cats in my life. That's how cats have found me. They just, I'm out in the wild and the cat just comes after me, charges at me, runs at me, touches me, runs at and puts his or hers pussy power all over me and drags me to different places. And I mean kitty cat. YouTube gods and algorithms that bury me deep inside. I'm not talking about that kind of thing. Get your minds out of the gutter. But it was a very kitty cat moment. And I love how something that I didn't feel came through in the original Game of Thrones series, and I think comes through really well here, is the dragon's personalities and the different styles and the different vibes that each dragon kind of presents. I thought that was really cool in this episode. Sea Smoke had a great episode. Sea Smoke might be the MVP of the episode. He wanted that dude. He wanted the dude, the night guy, to be. He's like, you know what? I kind of want somebody. I want somebody to ride me bareback here. Get on. I know it wasn't bareback, but I'm just dirty. I want someone. Come on. And then that guy, I'm not worthy. He was doing the Wayne's World. I'm not worthy. You're asking for it. He wanted to be sacrificed to the dragon gods. But Sea Smoke wasn't satisfied. Sea Smoke wanted somebody. Like I want you. And then flying over, hey, I smell something. I smell Valerian. And I'm going to go after you. And then he flew after him like a kitty cat, finding you, feed me, take me, I'm yours, I'm your pet now. It's an amazing time. It was an amazing part. I love that whole section of the episode. That was great. Everything to do with Sea Smoke was awesome. I really liked Rhaenyra in this episode. I thought she had an amazing episode. I thought everything really worked. Aemond is being his everything I wanted him to be. That scene with him and Aegon. I mean, I must admit, gosh, he's such a schwarmy douche at this point. And I'm almost rooting for him in a sick way, but I'm not rooting for him. I like watching him be, himself. So I thought everything kind of worked. We got a Otto mention tonight. It's been a couple of weeks since we really got some Otto, and it looks like Otto might be coming back in the story. But yeah, it's time. Yeah, so let's just start right there. You motherfucker. Oh, you bad. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll touch him. It's a hot tonight. It's a hot tonight. Hey, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh. There was also some stuff being introduced in this episode I'm concerned about, but we'll get into that a little bit later, and I'll talk about that more in some usual suspect stuff. We'll get into that more, but because, tonight's about having some silly fun. Yeah, fuck Otto. That's right. Let's get into that. I'm not alone, of course. I'm not alone. I have with me some of the best, some of the beautiful, some of the amazing, some of the wonderful people in the live chat. Who do we have in the chat right now? We got Zach. Welcome, Zach. We got the spiders, great big balls of fire. Woo-hoo! Goodness gracious, spiders, balls of fire. In the live chat, we got Travis. Great to see Travis. Sea Smoke is like, I hope you have a big ass litter box. Yeah, exactly. Antoine Thomas, get my hands on you. I'll get your. I had to make sure. I wasn't sure what that said. Phil, get your hands out of your pants. I can't do that. I can't do that, Antoine. You never see my hands on these streams for a reason. Where do you think they are right now? They're fidgeting. They're fidgeting McGee. Heath Hinton, does the level or degree of Targaryen blood in a person make a difference in claiming a dragon? I don't know about that. That's a good question, and that's a good question for as I do my Miracle on 34th Street Santa Claus. There's a lot of streams going on right now with people live right now that might be able to answer that particular question a little bit better when it comes to dragons bonding and through history of that kind of stuff. My take on it would be no. There needs to be an element of that dragon blood stuff going on, but it's more about an ineffable quality that a dragon connects with somebody. In the same way that I'm not joking with the kitty cat thing, because I do feel like cats are like that. Excuse me. I shoved down a couple of slices of pizza before this stream. That's why I was running a few minutes late. I had to eat. So, but when I'm talking about the cat thing, it is cats choose you sometimes. And this dragon definitely chose him. I do think, obviously, the blood thing had something to do with it. But I don't think everyone with that blood Sea Smoke would have gone after. I think Sea Smoke liked him. Like, I want you. I choose you, Pikachu. Like, it was choosing him, like, which was so cute. It was such a cute scene because you knew what was happening. You knew he wasn't in danger. I mean, whatever. Maybe you could think he was in danger for a second, but based on the way the episode was going and everything that was happening, even if you didn't know what was to come, the way they kind of framed it, in the sense that the beginning half they were trying to find a forever home for Sea Smoke. Do you want to go with Sea Smoke's forever? I'm not in your forever home, Sea Smoke. You know, I don't want to go with the douche knight. So back and forth we go. So Sea Smoke chose him. It's great. I love it. Phil, I can't get my hands on my pen. Travis, great to see. Mark, Houston, my girlfriend stalks me like that dragon did. Mark, you're a very lucky person. Phil, find the sex tape of Rhaenyra and that woman. I'm on the hunt for you, Antoine Thomas. Don't you worry if we find it. Andrew, hey Phil, hope everything's okay. You know. Knows how I didn't answer. No, everything's awesome, Andrew. Rishi, Otto coming back hopefully soon. Hopefully we do get some Otto. Mark, it's an effing party. Let's have a good time out. Why am I saying fuck every other word? But right there I said it's an effing party. I throw some effins in there sometimes too. Phil, we're working on it. Trust me. Here at Issues Program, Antoine, we're working on it. Keep refreshing. You'll find it. Cheers, Phil. Yeah, he's absolutely loner incognito. You know it. And thank you to everyone joining me tonight for this particular episode. Christian Oles. Oh my goodness, Heath Hinton. I don't know. Okay, that's a good damn question. He says, what's better, a dragon choosing you or a rich? I would say the dragon choosing you, because that could get you the other thing. The other thing can't necessarily get you the dragon. Like, ride around on a dragon, be cool. You're gonna get a lot of attention from a lot of people, and some of them might actually end up being fit that particular description. But just because you get that particular thing doesn't mean a dragon's gonna give a shit about you. So I would say the touch of a dragon is better. It's more long lasting. So sign me up for the dragon, Heath Hinton. The mother. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah. Jay, I will listen to your message in a moment. I see we got a handful of voice messages, and we will get to all of those in a little bit. And also, if you want to call in, 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. I must admit, I was hoping I would have a surprise for you guys tonight, but maybe next week, or maybe I might be surprised and I might see a little fairy pop up in the window I have open below me. But we might have a guest tonight or next week. I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. We'll see if we have that particular guest pop up. I don't know. I've heard he's been catching up. And he's thinking about, I don't know, we might see a sighting of someone popping in here at some point. The alarm might start going off, so I have to keep my eyes peeled on the screen below. But yes, we will get. Oh, thank you. You guys are sweet. It's a trick question. Rich Blonde wearing our dragon. Ha. Sea Smoke, hold on. I gotcha. It's a fucking party. A little house dragon gets you dropping the F-bombs. I have to. I don't care. The knight was like, I'm not going to... He didn't care. He did not care. I thought that was part of the fun of it. Because I feel like in that moment, Sea Smoke wanted to embrace him. He wanted it. He wanted that. He's like, you know what? I'll consider this. Let me look at you, okay? Tell me what you have to offer to me in this situation, okay? Litter box, yeah, nose scratches, okay. No, I don't like your proposal. Pika, char char. Why am I calling? See, this is why I'm stupid. You wanna know why I'm stupid? Because in the whole world of Pokemon, if I'm gonna be the person and make the joke or make the reference, the Pokemon reference thing, and I'm saying, I choose you, Pikachu, and I'm making reference to a dragon, you would think there was a better pick. A better pick, when there's a whole dragon kind of Pokemon, maybe Pikachu isn't the best pick. I'm just saying. I know no one cares, but I think that shows you everything that needs to be said about me right there. I'm trying. It's not kicked in yet, Spider's Great Big Balls. That's why I'm trying. It's been a long couple of days. I'm tired. This is going to be fun tonight. Oh my goodness. I hope they do Antoine Thomas. That's where they are right now. They're hanging out with Antoine. So they can't join me tonight. But we'll see. I know unfortunately Crow could never join us on Sunday evenings because she works in a different crow's nest. But Joe does want to join us once before the end of the season. So hopefully we'll see him pop in sometime in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, Char. Thank you, Golden Child. I mean, I know it's not a big deal. Who really cares, right? But every time I say that, like the 3 times I said that, a little part of me died inside in the fact that I just chose poorly to pick another random reference. I chose poorly. So let's listen to some voicemails here and open this up to you guys. And my computer's acting a little funky, so hopefully we'll be able to do this here tonight. I don't wanna mess with this too much. Okay, so let's see. We get oh yeah, this mouse. My mouse is dying. There we go. Pete's live music. This is gonna be painful to do these voicemails here tonight. Oh my god, I can do it. Push it. Push your voicemail, you damn bastard. There we go.
It's perhaps foreseeable. I myself, as you recall, was in favor of treating with Lord Moon to march on Rook's Rest, a more conventional approach. True, not as sensational. His numbers were few, but we may yet retake.
Rhaenyra slaps her councilman.
Oh yeah, slap him.
It's my fault. I think that you have forgotten to fear me. Rhaenyra gives him a withering stare. He stands woodenly as she leaves, then rubs his cheek.
See, that's awesome. I loved her beating the shit out of that guy. Rhaenyra had a great episode for me. Okay, so okay, let's see. Let's continue here. We got Pete's live music again. Let's see, Pete, what you gotta say?
And now it's time for Narration Guy After Dark.
Rhaenyra lifts her face, rubbing Arya's cheek while she does. Mysterious lips hover by Rhaenyra's neck. They lock eyes. They kiss. Rhaenyra and Mysterious kissing intensifies. They slow, eyes closed. Mysteria and Rhaenyra press themselves against each other, kissing passionately. Rhaenyra darts away.
Lighting upon.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Big E, for the super chat. He's the winner of the 6th, the Booty Warrior, Sea Smoke. Alan, I like you and I want you. We can do it in the easy or the hard way. The choice is yours. You're keeping me cut to the end of the episode. Thank you, Big E. Big E. With the super chat. With the super chat, motherfucker. Scooby. Thank you. Sorry, that was stupid. But I felt like that was a fun way to say your super chat, Piggy. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. I feel like in a weird way I want to do the whole recap like that one day. I don't think I could do it though. Yeah. Crispy seems to be suffering from some PSTZ. PSTZ? ABC. I don't know, he's crispy. He's crispy. Crispy is the man. On the See smoke running down Adam's wild. I like that stuff, says Jake. Okay, sorry, that's horrible. That's horrible, but I'm having fun. So that's the important part. Let's get through Pete's live music's audio guy stuff, cause oh no, shut the Miles, shut the music off. Phil, I can't shut the music off. It's playing on a loop. I don't want to hear your stupid loop. Stop it. Thank you. Sorry, I got a new producer I'm breaking in tonight. Let's see if this works.
Hey, so I just want to check and see to go back to last week's episode, that one slow zoom in shot on Alicent, where they're saying about how they cranked up the audio to make the breathing, match or whatever. Just checking to see if you went back and scoped that out. There I have it, man.
I did. And another thing I just want to say in general, I mentioned it at the beginning, but I don't know if I mentioned I liked it. I liked how silent this episode was. They didn't add a lot of music. They were playing with a lot of other audio cues, like the breathing and different moments, just feeling the natural room sound of a moment and breathing some of the empty space instead of having everything being orchestrated. And I actually really like that, even though I love the orchestration. And it makes it, when it does kick in, like in the dragon moments, really matter a little bit more. You know what I mean? So I like the choices that they're doing with all the audio crap. If Laner comes back, it's definitely going to be some drama. I wanted to see Adam Hull in full sea smoke. We'll see that. We're going to see that soon. Old God activities. I heard that later. What are you talking about? Spiders, great big balls of fire. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Let's go to another. Pete's. I think Pete has one more message. Let's play Pete's message.
Damn, that was a fucking good episode.
So good.
Man, the writing I thought was awesome. That was fucking unbelievable. And what, 2 episodes left, it said. Just wanted to note that afterwards, I watched it all the way through to kind of a little making of thing at the end, and you actually get to see Aemond, like in full costume, on the set, but he doesn't have his eye patch on. So it's kind of cool to see that actor.
Cool.
He's talking, interviewing him a little bit, just a couple of snippets, but no eye patch. And it looks really weird. All right, man. We'll be calling you in a bit, and there will be some narration guy.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I played your messages backwards, but Pete, thank you so much. And obviously, anytime you want to call in as well, very much appreciated. We got a few more voicemails. Let's catch up all the voicemails before we get into the and all of that. This was a really good episode and well written, and I think that's where the improvement for me from season 1 to season 2 is. I feel like season 2 plays a lot more like a character profile, which is important, I think, in the sense of for people that know what's happening and even for the people that don't, to care about these characters more. In season 1, I felt like it was good, but there was a little bit of a bullet pointness to it because it flashed forward a bunch of times and it didn't give you time to necessarily bathe in the characters. It was high production value. Everything was done well and it looked great and was well acted, and there was a lot of very good episodes of television. I'm not saying season 1 was bad in any way, shape, or form, but the improvement in season 2 to me is bathing in the character stuff more. And these last 2 episodes have been heavy on that. And I'm fine with that because the payoffs are going to be huge and they want to make you care about these payoffs instead of just having it all be bam, 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 bam. Bam. What am I like an Emerald Lagasse food show from the early 90s? Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, they don't want it to be like that. I was going to say a Michael Bay movie, but you know what I mean. Michael Bay directs House of the Dragon season 3. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. I mean, yeah. But I like what they're doing in these last couple of episodes, really breaking it down and making us care more about these characters or understand more of the ones we can't even care about. It's fucking bam. Was that the same dog, Sonic, your boy? I'm going to choose it to believe it's the same dog. Rishi, more character driven, which I love, feels more like Game of Thrones. This feels like some parts of this season feel a lot to me like Game of Thrones seasons 2 and 3. Like more scaled down scenes with individual characters. We're getting a lot of small council stuff from both sides. Whole episodes are just based around small council meetings and shit like that. So I like that we're back in that, and there's some crazy points. And the difference is the original series at that point, seasons 2 and 3, didn't have the visual production value aspect. Some of the shots in this week's episode, and some of the stuff that we're seeing of the Reach and the Vale, and all these great visuals are like some of the best the Song of Ice and Fire universe has ever looked on screen, and very high quality stuff. And taking what they've learned before in the way that the computer generated stuff is just better, and the dragons look better too. And I think that's part of it. Part of it is taking more time and understanding the job better than maybe some of the last creative team did towards the end. But that's beside the point. So I think everything's been going great and kind of trending in an awesome direction. And even though it's a complete different production team, the level of quality that this series sort of dictates has me more excited for the series I really want, which is the Duck and Egg series. And I love House of the Dragon, but that's the story that I've always wanted to see on screen besides the main thing. So I'm glad that that's going to be the next one, and I hope they bring the same level of care and concern and quality of like writing and just all of the whole production value to that series as well. Okay, Tony mother flipping pajamas in the goddamn chat. It's always a party when Tony Pajamas is in the house. And, of course, Santuvio Major is in the live chat, one of our great, great friends. Oh my goodness. Killmonger Sea Smoke wasn't playing. He was not. I want to... Spider's Big Balls of Fury says, I want to dunk I want to dunk in my egg in Alice Rivers. Hey now. My Plasma TV resurrected just in time to get all the details for these high quality episodes. And I'm excited that last year I finally upgraded from like this piece of trash television that I've had it was a hand-me-down television in like 2006 when I got it. And it was looking very poor. And I'm glad watching this series. I'm glad that I upgraded, or not upgraded. Got the I get the Walmart special. Like the cheap TLC or whatever the hell it is. But still, it's better than what the hell I was watching shit on. But let's continue with our voice mails. I don't know why I made that like added syllables to that. Voice mails. But Heath Hinton, let's listen to our voicemail from our good buddy Heath Hinton, which will give me a good opportunity to stretch out in my Rhaenyra. No, Rhaenyra's been she's been good to us. Let's give Rhaenyra a break here. You know what I mean? Oh no, the stream's already started, Phil. It's already started. It can't do. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, there we go, Joffrey. We got Joffrey Baratheon, who's going to host the show.
Oh, give me their heads. Yeah, I'm a little whiny bitch.
Yes, Joffrey, we understand. You run the stream. Joffrey, take some calls, okay? Joffrey, play Heath Hinton's voicemail. Okay, just do it, buddy. Okay, we got you, Heath.
What's up, my brother from another mother? It's Heath down south. Man, I got to say, I was right about something. They are giving Nettles storyline right. Obviously, with the whole sheep stealer thing, burning the sheep, I think we can see that coming.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because it takes Nettles out, and then that plays into,
I wasn't going to talk about this, and I will play your message, but I will respond to this message. That was a big sign of what's to come, and I don't want to, spoil too much, but and I'll play the rest of your message, and if you do, it's fine. Just warning to anyone that doesn't want to know what's coming a little bit. But Heath hinted, yes, and I'm a little upset about it too.
Aemond's character later on, I wonder how they're going to mess with that. Also, I don't know about this whole Rhaenyra new love thing. It's like, she's sappy, give her a sap story, and I just don't know. I kind of like, Kristen Cole's sap story.
You think it's a little bit too, hey Jude, don't make it bad, take a sad side. Oh, sorry, I'm not gonna. That's horrible. That was horrible. That's bad.
I just feel like that makes her character weaker, that every time it's a sap story that she's going to fall in love or have a mention of, oh, I've got to protect this person instead of being the strong queen. I don't know if I like that idea. I think they could have left that out. But as far as like an episode, I thought it was one of those episodes to where it literally showed the Game of Thrones being played at this point and what people do in that battle. So I thought it was an interesting episode.
Dude.
Those are just two things, and just want to say after a couple of weeks ago, I was right about Rhaena. Anyway, talk to you later, my friend. Ciao.
You were, and again, not to spoil things too much, I'm sure we're going to talk about this a lot on the Usual Suspects stuff next week in the pre-show. If people aren't checking that out, anyone's checking my stream out and you're enjoying this, you want to see more of me babbling about this stuff, you can check out and you should subscribe to it anyways if you aren't already, Teflon TV. That's probably that's my second home over there. I do a lot of stuff with Tony on his From stuff. From is such a interesting name for a television series. The series is called From, but we talk about From and some other stuff. But Bridge for myself and Tony do a pre-show every week at 6:30 on Teflon TV. So make sure if you want some more silliness and you want to check it out and you have some time before the episode airs, jump on in. We got the phone lines open. We take calls live, and make sure you jump into that. But we were talking a lot about that particular subject, so I'm sure we're going to follow up on that a little bit with some more spoiler type stuff. But that definitely was a huge sign that they are actually, in fact, combining a character. There's a word for it. I'm blanking on it, but there's a writing word for it where you combine the characters like that. And I don't know. No, I know how I feel about it. It fucking sucks. And I'll definitely be talking about that more as that story develops. But my short answer on it, it fucking sucks. Simple. And I'll probably say that about 17 more times tonight when I get to it in the episode. So, Big E. Another super chat donation. Thank you, Big E. Wow, the alcohol's going quick to me right now. Kudos to Alice Rivers for assassinating Lord Tully. That was a great move. And I love Daemon's response to it. Oh. And I like how both Daemon and Rhaenyra have somebody on their side like that that's doing some of the shady stuff. It's good. But I hate it. No, I don't hate that. I don't hate what you said, Big E. My mind bounced back to the fucking combining the characters, the conservation of character stuff. Julie Dawn. Good to see Julie Dawn in the live chat. Centovia, Rhaenyra was with Viserys. Viserys, thank you for mentioning Viserys. I like how it's come to my attention that some people don't like the Daemon Dream stuff. Tripping Daemon's big adventure, Big Lebowski, Daemon and Harrenhal, whatever you want to call it. I love it. I can't get enough of it. We're getting other characters coming back. We have him. We have. He's having sex with his mom. It's amazing. It's allowing me to sing stupid, ridiculous songs like this. Hey, Daemon. Yes, Mom. Oh wait. I always do it backwards. Hey, Daemon. Hey, Daemon. Yes, Mom. Hey, Daemon. Yes, Mom. Come on, sit on Daemon's face. Take a seat, little baby mama. I wanna sit you on my mama's lap. I said I baby, selling a baby, wanna do that crap. I said I came out of there, why not lick it and stick it. My name is Daemon Targaryen. I'm gonna take what I want any day. Oh, Daemon, why you doing that? I am your mama. Oh, take it, you are a bad boy, Daemon, you aren't as good as your brother, You know, so I appreciate that. I mean, you get crazy stuff like that, and then you get Viserys coming back, and Viserys was great in this episode. It was good to see him back play the character and bouncing all over the place. I was a big fan. It was awesome. So I appreciate this Daemon dream sequence crap. It's awesome. It's enjoyable. It tickles my fancy. It tickles my tutti frutti. I don't know what I wanted to say there, but it needed to have some sort of alliteration with the T sound. So I did it. Tutti frutti. Oh, Rudy. Dylan, and Dylan. Sonic. Simon isn't doing anything to Daemon. I'm like, no, see, Simon's a good guy. I like Simon. Simon Strong is one of my. He's my new like I'm no big city lawyer, Daemon, but I think you're tripping balls. You know, like he's totally that guy. He's totally a Davos. He's just like, I don't know, Columbo. Like I don't know what's going on here, Daemon, but I think someone poisoned you or something. But I like the Daemon tripping ball stuff. It's fun. Dude, I love him tripping, and Simon's like, yeah, dude. Doing nothing but getting the better of him. It is. It's fun. Not yet, Jay. Not the yet. Yeah, I was curious who Rainer was walking with. So let's continue with some more voicemails. Let's get into this right now. We got Jay's voicemails, who's probably gonna tell me something. Let's see what I'm doing wrong, and see what Jay has to say.
Hey, your song, your Westeros song is basically done in the Fresh Prince style. It's cool. But one, no one sat on the iron chair at the end because the dragon burned it to cinder or whatever. And two, wasn't Littlefinger basically in Cat's friend zone the entire time, and like Cat just had like a big crusher on him, and she never gave him really the time of day?
Nope.
So, like, I don't know how he was banging Catelyn Stark most of his days or whatever.
He wanted to bang her.
But the song was overall good. All right, later.
Thank you. That's a big compliment from Jay. I mumble it a little bit, but I believe the line is something like he dreams of doing that with Catelyn Stark most of the days, not actually doing it. So you're right. You're absolutely right about that, and it's true. Mark A. Houston with a super chat donation that earns a song. Thank you, Mark, for the super chat donation. Of course, you get the song.
It's a hot tower rent tonight. It's a hot tower rent tonight. Fuck hard.
Go Mark Houston. Go Mark Houston. Go Mark Houston. Go Mark Houston.
It's a hot tower rent tonight. It's a hot tower rent tonight. Fuck harder. Fuck harder. Fuck harder. Fuck harder. It's a hot tower rent tonight. It's a hot tower rent tonight. Fuck harder. 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 Fuck harder.
Fuck it. I need to get a recorded version of Crispy. Because they can't all be winners, Miss Duncan the Tall. But we will. We'll talk about Crispy. We'll get to Crispy in a second. Let's play another one of Jay's voicemail. Let's catch up with the voicemails here before we get into this shit. Phil, have you made any progress on the Crispy song? Not the final version of the Crispy song, but there will be Crispy. I have to get this Crispy done. I'm very busy with some work commitments right now, and I have to record a song for my real band right now, and I'm stalling on that too to try to get my best voice. So I do need to do the Crispy song, and I will do a Crispy song. I just have to calculate some lyrics here. I gotta record that shit.
Well, one, when Fast went to pick Pikachu, there were no other Pokemon available. Ash got there so late.
Oh, I know you hate when I stop your message. You're totally right. Because Gary screwed him over there in that situation. So, yeah.
That everybody else had picked the other two. So Ash didn't have a choice in which Pokemon he could pick. And second off, he got two Dragon Pokemon later. So does it really matter? Like, seriously, he got a Charizard later or whatever, and he had a Dragonite at one point. And if you go back to Ashton's house, and literally there was an episode where they showed all his Pokemon, and he has like a zoo of them. It was ridiculous how many Pokemon had Ash has. The only reason you never really see him is because every single season he just was like, let me take Pikachu and start a whole new adventure. Otherwise, he'd be traveling around with like 1,000 different Pokemon all the time. All right, later.
Thank you, Jay. Some Crispy time. Let's play some one of Antoine Thomas's voicemail. Oh no, this is a voicemail from earlier in the show. Let's see if I can answer this stuff.
Hi, good evening. I'm currently watching the show. I had a question in regards to Westerosi marriages. are Targaryens the only people who are allowed to marry more than one person? Because if that's the case, then why can't Aemond just marry, like, I don't know, somebody from the Reach or one of the other strategic areas in the Western land, and then they could just dominate overwhelmingly? Thanks.
I think in the sense of whoever was in power could probably go Caligula and marry as many people as they want. I don't think it's just a Targaryen thing in that way, but I'm not sure. It's a good damn question. Let's play one of Antoine Thomas's voicemails.
Hello, Phil. This is Antoine Thomas. I just wanted to say that I enjoyed this episode. It looks like Aegon might be turning babyface after all. And Daenerys, she's about to invade King's Landing, but, you know, you look like she got a little hill on her, but this is not what I want to talk about. I mean, the fact that Rhaenyra kissed a woman, and I couldn't even get no ass from a woman, and this woman is trying to get ass from a woman. I mean, what the hell is going on?
So we did add the White Worm situation, and we will definitely unpack that when we get to the end of the episode. Let me see what else we got going on here. Oh, let's play this voicemail right here.
Okay, not to be nitpicking, okay? Excellent, great episode, everything. I just kept wondering one thing. There are dragon handlers, these guys with the spear. Two guys with two spears can wrangle these things, I guess. But who is the dragon saddler? Because if the dragon doesn't have a rider, how the fuck do you put a saddle on it? How do you make a saddle? How do you put the saddle on it? I think it just goes walking around with a saddle and no rider.
Who has that job?
So I wasn't sure if that's explained maybe in the book or something. I have no idea. Anyways, just wondered if you had any thoughts on that or if you were thinking it all.
That's a good question.
All right, y'all. Having a good time after the show. Thanks for doing this every Sunday, man.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
Cheers.
That is a very damn good question right there. Like, it's a really bad job. It's like who bathes the crazy dogs and shit like that. It's everyone looks so scared, but someone had to get the saddle. Does the dragon put its own saddle on its back? Oh, we know, Antoine. Let's say, is my volume low? Do I need to turn up? I'll turn up. I'll turn the volume up. You know what I mean? Let's play another voicemail.
Hey, Phil, I thought it might be fun. Maybe nominate coolest moment of the episode. Okay, because there's a ton of cool moments, but like, what do people think is the coolest moment of the episode? One I really liked was Rhaenyra picking up the sword. I was looking at her going, man, that sword looks good with you. And then she says, like, that sword becomes you, or the exact same sentiment. So that was a fucking cool moment. But a lot of cool moments, but what would you give the moment of the episode?
The moment of the episode for me, I've talked about it a lot already tonight. It was the drag. It was the Sea Smoke part. Sea Smoke's stalking that dude and getting his man. I love that part. And then the dragon burning the stupid knight. I thought those were probably my favorite sections of the episode. Am I wrong, or did they not have saddles in the Game of Thrones? I don't think they had it in the saddles of the Game of Thrones. But Julia Dawn says to the caller, yes, the Targaryens are the only ones who are allowed to marry more than one person. They have a doctrine of exceptionalism because they are considered closer to the gods than regular people. So that's why the Targaryens get to do it. Sea Smoke had this saddle on probably because when Laenor... So once they get it up, maybe the rider puts it on and then the dragons never take off the saddle. That's probably why he had it on. It's certainly a possibility. So I turned up a little. Hopefully that's good. It's a classic. What came first, the chicken or the egg situation, the saddle or the dragon? I mean, those people that take care of the dragons, there's got to be a high turnaround of Krispy Kremes out of those people, right? They end up turning very, very crispy. Mark A, you said, it's a classic. It is a classic situation. The classic confrontation. Let's see. We got... I'm 48 years old, and like others on YouTube, I can't even get a girl, but Rhaenyra gives this girly ass a Peter Griffin gets a no fuck Star Wars The Acolyte, inspiring that scene with Rhaenyra and that ho 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 ho. We viewers could have kept silent with this sweetheart. Thank you, Antoine Thomas. I appreciate your calling on in and voicemails. You guys are awesome. I'm going to save Pete's live music's last voicemail for a few minutes. Let's get into the live chat. Phil, we got Antoine Thomas with the super chat. Phil, Mama always said Valyrian women are trouble. You got to stay away from that silver hair. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Julia says it's total bullshit. Women are not allowed to train with swords in this world. I want a full-blown Xena in this particular show. That'd be great. I mean, it should. Let's just get Xena in here. I'm for it. Santovia Major. If there are claimed dragon handlers put saddles on their own dragons, that makes the most sense. And then they're the ones that handle that whole situation. Those guys that just stay away from the dragons. The dragon is angry right now. Don't go near the dragon. Scary damn job. Scary damn job. Thank you for these super chat donations. The crowd did go wild. It was interesting seeing so much of time spent on the small folk in this episode too, and that was really effectively done, I thought, in that way of getting to see more from different perspectives. The scene that, and again, I'm kind of talking about every single scene. This could be our recap. I could stop right here now. But I could be succinct for once and just do like a 45-minute review of the episode. I think I only have one or two more scenes to talk about. The Alicent and Helena scene in the riot situation after Rhaenyra delivered the food. I thought that was done pretty well, but there was a little bit of main character syndrome going on in that scene. Like there was moments when if the crazy crowd of people that wanted to grab them could have easily grabbed them in a couple situations and they didn't. And I'm not saying I wanted to see poor Alicent or Helena get into a horrible situation there, but I'm saying the crowd had plenty of opportunities to and didn't touch them because they had main character armor on them. That just bounced them off. So I did feel the fear, and I thought it was an intense scene the way it was filmed, but I never felt danger for our two characters within that, because there was a couple of moments where it wasn't quite baby Leia in the Obi-Wan series when Flea's chasing after her, like, which is I think the worst example of that, but it was a little bit like yeah, they should have been able to get them right there. Well, what's that? Spiders think the same. What's the spider? What's the spider? Maud Mary has entered the room. Great to see Maud Mary. Thank you for popping on in the live motherfucking chat. Let's do this thing. Thank you to all of you guys. If I claimed a dragon, I'm gonna have to roast a lamb. That would be great. If I claimed a dragon. That's a song too. If that's gonna be a song. I'm like, I need music. What I need is more royalty-free music clips to sing stupid songs to. That's what I need. You know, so more things like this. No, this is a great music that was made for me. Thank you so much, but it's not right. I need something with a little bit of a beat, but because I have a song in my heart right now. Okay, so Maud Mary, great to see you in the live chat. Yeah, the baby Leia chase scene was the worst example of that of all time, and there was a little bit of baby Leia chase scene going on in that moment where you're just like, yeah, nothing's bad's gonna happen to them. Look, there was literally one moment where they were pinned up against a wall. It looked like they were surrounded on all sides, and it was a little bit of a Glenn Dumpster moment. Just a bit. Phil, how's Aegon going to get the power back? He's going to go all full Harvey Two-Face. Someone's going to give him a coin so he can flip it, make decisions. That's what we need to do, because he's Aegon. He's not taking shit from anyone. I'm Aegon. I'm Aegon. My name is Aegon. Half my face is shit. My brother is a douche who wants to kill me on the hip. I'm going to fuck him up. Yes, I'm going to come back. I'm going to fuck Aegon with a whip of a So Aegon, I think he just needs to get his mojo back. I think Aegon is. He's got the club foot on his side now, and it helps him in a lot of situations. Now the club foot he says to Aegon. See, what I like about that scene was it played like some fucked up alternate version of the Jon Snow Tyrion scene, the club foot in Aegon scene, the now you're fucked up like me, Aegon. Okay. But did anyone notice they were dressing his wounds? Parallel between Aemond and Aegon versus Daemon and Viserys is evident. But what about between Cersei and Alicent? I think there is some elements of Cersei and Alicent, but I would say that Alicent is a better person. She fucks up. She made mistakes, but she can feel the weight of her mistakes and take ownership of the situation. You can see it all over her face. She's like, I'm a cause for a lot of this crap. And you can see her taking that weight. Cersei never could do that. So, but I do see some parallels, especially with losing the kids and the way she is the best in the way that she sort of focuses. But I would say even Alicent uses her kids more than Cersei uses her kids. If that makes sense. It probably doesn't make sense. But she tries to get verification, get her like, oh, I'm a good person, that kind of feeling from her kids, or control. Where Cersei, in all of her fucked upness, I think wanted her kids to live their own lives in some ways. But I don't know. Or maybe not Joffrey. I don't know. This is an interesting conversation that is very complex to compare the two of them, but I do think you're onto something, Maud Mary, with some connective tissue between both characters. And that's what's awesome about this series, because there's not one for other characters, but you can see elements in certain moments, as I was saying with like the club foot and Aegon in that moment reminded me in a warped way of Jon Snow and Tyrion. Yeah, they both fuck up their kids, but they fuck up their kids in similar yet different ways. But also, I would wonder how Alicent would deal with someone like Joffrey. You can't deal with someone like Joffrey. And Aegon isn't Joffrey, but he is stubborn. We get a lot of discussion about Daeron Targaryen, for sure. They would call him Aegon the Crispy. Speaking of Crispy didn't have a lot to do in this episode, but Crispy was in this episode. And, I mean, we've been on for a little while. I'll take a sip of water. I don't know what I'm talking about here, but when this really comes down to, whoa, the room just got loud. No. I think it's time. I think it's probably time. Do you think it's time? I think it's time for a... No. Seriously? Seriously, we're live here. You screwed that up, dude. Producers, they're always messing shit up. Listen, it's time for the recap. Whoa. My seat's all fucked up now. There we go. Woo, it's hot. Here we go. Let's do this thing. Now, funny enough, there usually is, I think I hurt myself. There's usually a dog to dance with, but there's no dog here tonight. No dogs here tonight. So let's get into the recap of this episode. Good episode of this series. These last 2 episodes have been character building episodes, and I've been enjoying them. And they're really amping up, and there's a feeling there's a element of something big is going to come here at the end of the season. And I do think these last 2 episodes are going to be a little bit more explosive, and I am ready for it. And ready for it even more than I would be if they just sort of kept things going like that. You need to go up and down and up and down. This season really has ridden that wave, rode that wave really well. Is riding that wave very well. That's right. I'm in the mood to hear the end of this song. Oh yeah, that's right. I think that guy needs therapy. Okay, so here we go. You guys are awesome. We open up with soldiers marching Lannister time, and I love how at the beginning here I was talking about a lack of music, but we see the Lannisters. We need the Lannister theme. We need the Lannister music. I felt good. It felt great to be back to my favorite organization in the world, House Lannister. I mean, you can't get a more organized group of guys, a bunch of wonderful human beings, the Lannisters. I mean, can you doubt how unbelievably interesting and wonderful the Lannister people are? My batteries and my damn mouse are out, so I'm going to switch them around here because I don't want to get up and go get them, but I might have to do that. I might have to switch these batteries because this is fucking annoying. Okay, so you know what the Lannisters are wonderful. Hear me roar. Thank you, John Haymaker. Roar some Lannister love in the live chat. Okay, so the Lannisters talk shit to the Riverlands, and we just to sum this all up, they're like, oh, we're on your side, we can fight for the man, we're going, I'm sure you don't want to go to Harrenhal, and the Lannister dude is like, yeah, now why don't you tell my brother we're here, and when Vhagar comes, we'll go to Harrenhal. We're not going anywhere until Vhagar comes down here, which it's a fair point. I mean, at this point, that's your weapon. I mean, and Aemond is being douchey about it. So we get a funny cut right to Aemond being like, no one talks shit to me. I'm the king, kind of. And fuck these Lannister pussies. And his brother is just sitting there like, well, sir, and Aemond's like, I'm not a dog. I'm not going there. And he's just like, and you can just see in everything, he's afraid of Daemon. I mean, they get through it a couple times. They mess with this element throughout this particular episode a couple times. But I think what it comes down to it is Aemond is afraid to face Daemon. He has a little bit of the ips against his uncle. It's the one guy he can't out eyeball crazy. Because Daemon has 2 of them. Sorry, dude, you only got 1. The blue one doesn't count. Because you're a douchebag. That's why. So, and he can't even out-douche Daemon. If Daemon wants to turn on the douche, he's going to out-douche him too. He was fucking Doctor Who. I'll out-douche you any day of the week. So, you don't really stand a chance, guy. And you can just tell he feels that way. He's like the Sir Shithead that got burnt by sea smoke. He knows what's about to happen, and he doesn't care. So he's trying to find any way to not go into the fight. And he's like, yeah, there's a couple times in this episode he gets into that sort of stuff. So he doesn't like this. Lannisters are pussies, blah, blah, blah. And he talks about, he also completely ignores Alicent in this whole entire scene. And he wants to make an alliance with the Triarchy. And the free cities aren't to be trusted. Said never to trust these people. Hyman Roth is not to be trusted. My father never trusted Hyman. Your father worked with Hyman Roth, but he never trusted Hyman Roth. And Alicent's trying to help, but nope. And then people are... Someone mentions, I forgot who mentioned it, but so we could offer Alicent as a marriage proposal to somebody as a present. And it's just all awkward and shit. And Alicent is trying to offer information, put stuff in, but she's just kind of being ignored and steamrolled through it. And then we finally get to our good buddy, Crispy, who he's sad Crispy in this. He's not liking everything that's happening. And he was so sad Crispy tonight that it's hard to Crispy him. You know what I mean? But I'll try.
They call him Crispy Baby, his heart is broken now. He wished he was with Alicent and now he fucked the crown. He set it down on ground, he messed around with Aegon's heart and Aegon's crushed and now Aemond is fucking all around. He said he's crispy now. I said he's crispy. He has the south. I want the crispy man to die on a motherfucking sky. I want a dragon to burn out his crispy eye. I want to throw him down on the ground. Hear the sound I'm going around. He's a crispy motherfucker that's crispy on the ground. He is a crispy baby, Mr. Rod. Crispy on the main, we're gonna crispy and tie. He's a crispy cold. He's a motherfucker. He's crispy baby on the east side of Mara.
He is a crispy dude. He is Alicent's food. I said he isn't a fool. Okay, that's enough of that. So Crispy is, he's just giving stink eye all over the place. He's doing his Crispy shit, and but he agrees that that it would be a bad play. The Triarchy is bad, and they send him off to Harrenhal. Go to Harrenhal. Do it. Aemond gives Alicent that trumpet. You're fired, Matt. You're fired. Golden Child. Thank you, Golden Child. I have a sudden taste for a two-piece and biscuit. A two-piece trip, we call that Trisket. It's a Trisket biscuit. No, crispy. Crispy time, I want to work. Okay, stop it. No, that's enough. That's enough, crispy babies. That was for Miss Duncan the Tall, if she's still about. Okay, I'm all about requests. Okay, so let's continue with this. What are you doing? No, don't do this. Don't do it. 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 Okay, so what do we go in? So Daemon. We need Daemon. We need to go there to Harrenhal, stop the situation. And then Aemond said, okay, he makes a comment about how he is going to screw his brother. Sorry, the music's screwing me up here. That he's going to beat his uncle, and he doesn't mind. He'll face his uncle eventually, and he will defeat him and destroy him. It will be fine. And he says it in a way that you can't win the fight. Like when you see two boxers stepping up, and they're talking, and one of them is like, "Oh, I can totally win this fight," and the other guy's like, "Yeah, this is gonna be a good time." And you're just like, "I know who's gonna win this fight," and yeah, Aemond is sounding like a little child, but he does have Vhagar on his side. That is true. So Aemond wants to talk to his mom, and this is some funny shit. He's like, Mommy, listen, Mommy. Could you step into the office, please? I have to talk to you. Now, your performance here, Mom, has been very good. You've been very beneficial to the whole family, doing shit. But could you answer me a question? What's your goddamn What's your purpose here? Sorry, I oversold it. Could you answer me a question? What's your purpose here? Could you do anything? No, really. Really, do you do anything? Could you get the fuck out of here, please? But, Aemond, no. Could you get the fuck out of here, please? Now, like right now, like get the flying fuck out. Like we appreciate your service. Here's your watch. You know, here's your 2 years. You're fired. Get out of here. And you even get a guitar solo on the way out. Oh my God, tell him, Alicent, let it go, Alicent. Ah! Okay, so thank you, Mom. Your services are no longer necessary. You are fired. Okay, so Mom's gone. Your position is no longer available. Team Smallfolk Maud Mary, I'm all about that. That's Bridge Force's team, and I'm jumping on that team as well. And he kicks her out, and she's like, "Listen, your childhood memories. Have you paid back enough?" And he's like, "I don't care. You're gone, Mom. Get out of here." But he keeps it professional, and he doesn't really attack. He does it in this like dispassionate way that's infuriating to argue with. We've all argued with people that try this dispassionate shit, and it drives me up a fucking wall. I don't care. I don't care. It drives me up a damn wall. I guess that's my thing tonight. I don't care. What am I? I'm being very Veruca Salt tonight. I don't care. What is this? What song is this? I don't care.
Shut the fuck up, baby.
Thank you, I will. Thank you, Tim. I will. I appreciate it.
Shut the fuck up, baby.
I'll shut up. I'll try. I'll try my best. But why are people... I'm not mad. No one's mad. Okay, so let's continue here. My mom's your dad. Your dad's my mom. He's like, Mom, what are you doing here? Leave. You're awful. And she walks out. And he says, I respect you with gratitude. Your job is whatever it is. Go with God. You're fine. And she's alone. And we cut to the next scene, which is in Rhaenyra's camp, which I enjoyed the Rhaenyra camp scene. This isn't me, Team Rhaenyra versus Team Aegon versus Team Alicent, whatever you want to say. Green versus black, whatever. I enjoyed the Rhaenyra area scenes better tonight, for whatever it's worth. That's not always the case. Not enough Crispy tonight. Crispy's so infuriating, I want him on my screen. So I'm sad when I don't get more Crispy. give me that Crispy stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Spider's balls of super fury. I appreciate that. Did he give Mom a severance package? That's what I want to know. Is he gonna give her some like a bottle of mead? Is something gonna happen? Because it needs to happen. Isn't that right? That's right. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so Corlys is the hand of the queen. That's cool. We were asking the question a couple of weeks ago, I believe. Or I remember asking the question. I don't know if anyone else was asking the question. Wondering who Rhaenyra's hand of the queen was going to be, and it seems to be Corlys. Good job. Good pick. Awesome stuff. And basically this amounts to them telling her she needs help. She needs Daemon. You know, with everyone dead, she's in a bad situation here. And she needs more dragon riders. She is like, what's his name? Darklet? What was this? Sir Stefan. She's like, Sir Stefan shows up. Listen, Sir Stefan, somewhere in your lineage, there's some Targaryen in you. And I think you would be the greatest owner or greatest bondsmith. We want you to bond with and take Sea Smoke home for forever home. And everyone's like, I don't know if Sir Stefan can handle a forever home with a dog with a dragon like this. And Rhaenyra's like, no, don't worry, Sir Stefan, you can do this. And Sir Stefan is, how do I say this? Gets very obsessive. You know, when you're like, okay, I'll go out with you. Oh, well, that's awesome. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of your love. Like, and he suddenly goes into I'm not worthy dragon mode. Rhaenyra, right in that moment, should have said, yeah, you're not the right temperament for the dragon. But he's a willing participant to try out this situation. And Sir Stefan is going to try to claim the dragon. He's ready to die. Today is a good day to die for this Klingon warrior. So, next scene is Daemon's wild trip continues as he walks into the throne room. And yes, the tripping is worth it. We get King Viserys asking him about having some alternate takes of a scene we already saw. And it's really cool seeing him play this part again and in better shape from the last times we've seen him. And he gives a great speech and a really interesting alternate take on a scene we already saw about the whole heir for a day situation and Daemon losing being the heir in that situation. Let's go in the live chat right now. No one is even talking about the wild dragon sheepstealer and the cannibal. I mean, we'll talk about sheepstealer in a moment, right? In a little bit. Even if we don't mention by name. I'll take Aegon is scared of Aemond and is playing sicker than he really is. I think he's definitely very scared, and at this point he would rather just be drugged up than deal with it. I think it's lucky that Aemond is pushing away and fucking with the clubfoot, because the clubfoot is going to help Aegon get back where he needs to get, it seems like. He's a good ally to have in this particular situation. He's one of the best we have out of the group that we've seen in maneuvering the Game of Thrones, it seems. Crispy is still traumatized from the battle. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, I could never be the king of the world. My mom and dad. Oh, Maud, you're great. Okay, so Daemon's wild trip continues. He walks in the throne room. He gives a great speech. Blah, blah, blah. Then Viserys cries and Daemon backs away and he can't get out of the room. And then it's more of this trip. It's more of a dream than a trip this time, but it's still really fucked up. And then this was my favorite part of this scene. Viserys takes off the crown and he smiles. And Daemon's begging for the door to open, and the door opens, and it's Simon Strong. And Daemon's like, fuck. Pulls out a knife. He's like, what's going on? And Simon Strong is just like, I'm no big city lawyer, but I think you're tripping balls. And Daemon comes out, bumps into Alice, and he's like, fuck off. And she's like, she just knows everything that's going on. She's like up in his shit. And they talk about Rhaenyra. They talk about theories about him and his brother and why he feels uncomfortable about all that. And this was her best scene so far. She really shows her hand more about there are bigger things in this world. There's older things that matter more than this. And she kind of basically explains to him that she's in his service now, or in the sense of if you could have anything, what do you want? And he talks about the Grover thing, the Tully stuff, and she ultimately, to jump ahead to the end of the episode, makes this happen for him. Kills Grover Tully and helps get Daemon his army. I thought this was a really good scene with her, and she was very effective as a character. And yeah. So then we go off to one of my favorite scenes of the episode, the dragon ceremony with this fucking knight, this moronic knight. And we see he's a good dude, and Seasmoke's there. Seasmoke is looking pretty open to this, you know? They definitely played it well, where they made it seem like Seasmoke was going to be okay. He's like, yeah. Let me look at this guy. Okay. He looks all right to me. I could deal with him. He's not bad. Let me put my head down. Pet me. Will you pet me? I'm a good boy. And then the dude's scared and he starts inching over, very scared. At that point, Rhaenyra is already knowing that this stuff isn't going to work, and she should have ended it right there. And this is what she's upset about herself after the fact, because she knew at a certain point in time that this is not going to work. And he creeps over, he's creeping over, and at some point he gets so close that he turns back and goes, I've done it! The dragon is mine! And he goes, And my goodness, this guy goes full frickin' crispy. See smoke made him crispy. See smoke and burned him bad. See smoke and burst him crispy. And then he slit his throat. It's fucked up. It was really, really dark comedy, intense kind of fucked up kind of moment of a scene. Maybe I'm just sick, but Seasmoke did give him a chance. Seasmoke kind of tricked him, I think. He's like, who's this fuck? I'm gonna burn him. And he brought him close. You know, you're not my guy. I liked it. Hi, sci-fi girl. Hi, everyone. I should have just stayed home and watched the show and done my regular Sunday routine, but you're here now, which is all that matters. Sci-fi girl, great to see you. They didn't name him, but it's clear that they were talking about that wild dragon. Yes, spiders, balls of magic, 8 balls of fury. I absolutely think we know who that dragon is that we see towards the end. Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Stefan. And Stefan's dead now, and it's all right, you know? Stefan's crispy. He fucking dead, and now it don't matter. See smoke. He found his home, and wow. Okay, so let's move on. So see smoke bows down and whatever. So then we see everyone runs out because this dude's burning, and the dragon's just pissed off, and the dragon leaves. Dragon's like, I'm not hanging out here. You're gonna bring this. You're gonna bring me this weak shit. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go find my own daddy. Fuck you. So Corlys and Alan have a conversation where Corlys doesn't really try to act like a dad, but he offers him a job. I must admit, at this point in the episode, I was watching more than I was taking notes. I loved the chemistry between the two actors, and basically Corlys is trying to connect with him and give him a job and try to sort of connect a little bit with what Rhaenys was saying about I know, who cares, you know, bring him in. So I liked some of the moments that we had here. So then we go to Hugh Hammer and his family, and we hear more small folk stuff about King Viserys, about what's wrong, about Rhaenyra, about everything going on here. And I'm not getting too far into it because we're still learning about these characters, so I'm not paying quite as much attention to these characters, but we'll see where these storylines are going. He had they're amping up their appearances more and more to see that they, in these last couple of episodes, maybe they will serve more roles, maybe moving forward they will, but they're definitely introducing these new characters. Yeah, you are no Laenor. I don't like the smell of you. You are a douche. So, Rhaenyra getting some shit about Sea Smoke. Rhaenyra getting some shit about Sea Smoke about what happened to one of her dudes, complaining about, what'd you do? What do you do? And this is one of my favorite Rhaenyra scenes that we've had in a long time. And she just slaps the shit out of this guy. This fucking asshole. She's like, fuck you. I don't care. I'll slap you. I think somewhere along the way, I'm too nice to you, and you think you can get away with this shit. And she slaps him. And they make reference to it later. Jace comes up to her later. It's like, everyone's talking about how you slapped it. Yeah, I'll slap his fucking ass. I should have fucking taken out his fucking throat. And it's everyone that's saying everything about Daemon. Like, you need to get Daemon back in action. And she's just like, no, I don't want Daemon around. Alan is very wise. I like how reserved he is, but you can see he's also very open to it. He's not turning Corlys away altogether. He's just treading lightly, which makes sense. Listen, sci-fi girl, as much as I want you to watch the episode, all I really care about is that you're here. You know? When it really comes down to it, for me, I care way more about that than if you watch the episode. And in fairness, I'm not saying I do a good job recapping, but I'm saying very little to do with what is mildly entertaining about watching this thing I do is about the episode itself. I'm not saying I don't talk about the episode, but I do this for therapy, not to talk about a television episode. You guys save me money in therapy. That's really the truth. I get to act out my multiple personality disorder on screen, and it works. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Seasmoke is the most beautiful dragon out there. He's so pretty in the face, like so cute. He has so much personality in the face. I'm a fan, and I am also a fan. It's definitely that kind of time. It's definitely that kind of. Whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing there? We'll see. Okay, so she's getting shit about that, and White Worm and Rhaenyra talk, and basically she gives to make some omelets, you got to break some eggs, and Rhaenyra will look again and try to find somebody else to take some of these dragons, and she also clues Rhaenyra in on her plan about the King's Landing. We don't see it till later, but basically it's supplying food to the people of King's Landing to help them turn against Aegon, Alicent, and all of them. Team Green. Well, sorry, I heard something downstairs. It was someone's fighting down. I heard something banged against a wall. It sounded like someone was like fist fighting, like someone threw someone up against the wall. That's probably not what happened. Someone probably just dropped something, but still, it sounded pretty like something banged. I'm like, what? What is that? No one exactly. Spider, I don't care. Ryan Condal said the eggs that went to the Vale are Dany's, but those eggs came from Syrax. What's the relationship between Syrax and Seasmoke? I need a family tree of dragons. I'm willing to bet there is an amazing Song of Ice and Fire creator out there that has that sort of thing, like a dragon family tree situation. I feel like I've watched it, but I can't place in my head who has done that. But I'm pretty sure someone has done that. Bridge may have even done that. I'd have to look. There may be a Bridge 4 video like that, but don't quote me on that. I'll ask him next week. So, I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like I've watched the video, but I can't place it. Okay, so I'm so the Miracle on 34th Street Santa Claus. I'm like, I don't know that information, but let me direct you to someone that does. Ho ho ho. Yeah, it might be alt. Might be Bridge. Might be somebody. Search it. Song of Ice and Fire Dragon Family Tree. I'm sure something will come up. But so I do think it's a good thing. Thank you, Maud Mary. You're the best. Exactly. This is not normal times over here, especially when Joe shows up. Okay, they are heading to a plan. She comments that Rhaenyra looks good with a sword. So the small folk, food, we see hungry people, the White Worms person's there talking about the food. We see food coming in for the dragons, and they're like, there's dragon food, but not us. Hugh the Hammer's screaming shit. Then we get the foot guy, the foot. I think I'm just going to call Laris the foot from now on. Clubfoot. The foot telling Aegon, this was a good scene, a pretty sick scene, like a manipulation kind of moment. He gets in there and he tells Aegon about the food and the small folk. Oh, did I skip over the last scene? Oh, tells Aemond. Sorry, not Aemond. That's where I fucked up. The Clubfoot is telling Aemond about the food and the small folk. And Aemond doesn't give a shit. He's like, why is that my problem? That's Rhaenyra. I don't care about what's happening. Screw that. No, whatever. Let's not worry about the small folk. Blame it on Rhaenyra. So, Clubfoot tries to turn this around to be like, you know what? Crispy Cole was Aegon's hand to the king. You need a hand. And Aemond, like a little dick, goes, yeah, you know what? First of all, I don't like lick splittles. What was it? Lick splittles. That's a good one. And he kind of embarrasses him, but then makes it seem like he's giving him the job. But then goes, no. You think I want to give you the job, you piece of shit? You smelly fucking bastard? No. I don't want to give you the goddamn freaking job. I am going to have you go out of your way to get on the phone my favorite motherfucker in the whole entire world. You know who he is. My uncle.
Dickon,
No.
Dickon, Dickon. Dickon, Dickon, Dickon. Dickon, 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 Dickon.
Dickon. So that's not who I wanted to talk about. We already talked about Otto. So the king just woke up. So they come in. The maester comes in and says that the king just woke up, and stronger than we hoped. And you can just see Aemond's face. Like, he's not even upset. He's just like, I'm gonna have to go smother him with a pillow. So let's do it. That's for you, Sonic, your boy. I saw you asking. Don't think I'm ignoring you. I appreciate every single one of you guys joining me right now. There's 10,000 people watching all Chip X right now. And, so I appreciate any of you actually over here. Yeah, he called Loras a toad, called him a lick-splittle, whatever that is. I hate, and tells him to go get Otto, because my uncle knows what he's talking about. So Dickon should be the season 3, like the full Dickon here. You know, like this, like with the Dickon with the theme song.
Dickon,
Yeah.
Dickon,
This should be the theme.
Dickon.
Totally.
Dickon, Dickon, Dickon. Dickon, 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 Dickon.
You said Dickon. That was cool.
Thank you, Dickon. You're very kind. You're very kind, Dickon. What do you guys say about that, Emily?
I had to get drunk as hell last night. I gotta be honest with you. After that episode,
Thank you, Emily. So, the king walked up. Oh, happy days. So Aemond is starting to fuck with Aegon again. He's got a little one of those pool ball things from the small council. It's like pressing up against his wounds. I was more wrapped up in watching the scene itself rather than taking notes about what was happening in this scene. But it was played really well. He's basically just threatening him to, you don't remember what happened, do you? You don't remember shit. Don't say anything. You don't do anything. You just stay a little invalid over here and don't try to get your crown back, and everything will be okay. And Aegon just kind of is super scared and in pain, and just it's scary. It's probably the scariest that Aemon's been, even though he's been on the back of Vhagar burning motherfuckers. He was really scary in this scene to me. Is Darren poised to be like Aegon of the story? I don't know if he's going to be. It's a hard question to answer knowing a little bit about what's to come, but I do think there's reasons why they've been mentioning him in the ways that they're going to mention him. So it's going to be interesting when he shows up, how that changes the story. I'm said that in the most vague freaking way possible, but I like where your mind's going, Maud Mary. And Darren is a true Bronn king of Alicent and Viserys. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say that Maud Mary might be onto something there. That's all I'm talking around it, but Maud, you're damn onto something, my friend. And Julie never considers that. What did Julie have to say? Maybe Season Mook is the father. That would make sense. Dany's dragons. They do. I mean, definitely had a Drogon face going on this episode. Like, my balls are giggling too. 8 balls, great balls of fire. Okay, so we get another scene of some cool dragon shit. We get Rhaenyra seeing some being out in the fields and seeing a bunch of burned lands. It seems like some sheep have been murdered and stolen. I don't know what dragon could have done such a deed. I'm not sure. I'm not quite familiar with these dragons. But we get a scene of some dragon shit. And then we see Rhaena, and she gets into some shit with the Lady of the Vale, where she's like, Lady of Vale, you're lying. There's a dragon here. I saw it. It was doing stuff out there. And then we hear about it's a large, wild dragon. And you can just see the look on Rhaena's face as it's either sheep stealer or cannibal. Yep. I'm thinking it sheep stealer, but we'll see. Maybe it's cannibal. Because sheep stealer got a shout out, right? Cannibal hasn't got a shout out yet. But we will see. It could be either. There were no dragon feces, but who knows? There are some people on the planet of Planetos that eat dragon feces, and they consider it a blessing from the gods. We saw him today, that knight, Sir Christie or whatever his name is. He eats dragon shit on a weekly basis. It's his way of having some of the dragon inside of him. It's called what do they call it when you eat the wafer of Jesus? What is it called? It's communion. No. What is it? You eat the body of Christ. It's like eating the body of the dragon. It's the equivalent of that, like eating the Christ wafer. You eat dragon shit, and that guy eats dragon shit. Thank you. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's sheep stealer. But we get and you can just see what's about to happen here. Rhaena's like, no, I'm gonna try, and no, I don't want to go too far down that road. But this ain't good. The fears are coming out. George is getting upset, and I'm not ready to rant about it yet. It's building, it's percolating, but I'm waiting and seeing. But it's coming. I don't like where this is going. I don't know yet because they haven't gone there yet. There's still time. There's still time to correct your mistake, show. But if you don't, we'll have to judge it individually and how it's done on the show. And I will. But I don't like where this is heading. So anyways, let's go. Transubstantiation, you know what I need to do right now because I can't pronounce that motherfucking word, but you did a great job of telling me. Of course, I need to just
chop off podcast, Pam.
I will. I'll shut up. I'll shut my god mother flippin'. Oh, I'm done. I shut it. Tim. Winds of Winter will be finished after George R. R. Martin sees what happens in the real Civil War. War is going on now in real life. Thoughts? I think. Oh my! It's shocking to me that it's 2024. I'm like, what year is it? 2024, and we're still talking about when Winds of Winter will come out. I feel like I'm in some weird alternate universe. So I don't know. Some part of me thinks he finished it and he's just not releasing it out of spite. Because I can't imagine it's been taking this long. But we'll see. I love you, Phil, but I'm Catholic and that was a little offensive. The dragon thing, the dragon poop. I love you too. Sorry. I have faith that George R. R. Martin is writing Winds of Winter, Dreams of Spring simultaneously. I'm hoping Spider's Balls of Fury. Communion. I was right. Taking communion. But see, I was just going to try to explain it. That wasn't an attack on you necessarily. It was an attack on the dragon people eating the dragon poop because that's how they get their communion. I'm not saying you're eating, the poop of that. It's the body of. I was just using it as a comparative tissue to explain why they were eating the dragon poop in my ridiculous scenario. Anyways, let's continue. So we see Alan shaving his silver Valyrian hair, and other dude's like, dude, grow your hair out. Oh, we got Maud Mary. Thank you so much for that super chat, Maud Mary. And drink it up. Alan shaving his silver Valyrian hair, and other dude is, what's Alan's brother's name? Someone said it earlier. I keep forgetting his name. And he goes, dude, take the driftwood throne. Corlys has given you a job. Like, eventually he's gonna accept me too. We're gonna be like Corlys' sons, rocking in USA. It's gonna be amazing, good times. And it was great. Me too, Julia. I wish I could just like snap finger and live in that for one moment at some point. Adam, thank you, balls. I'm shortening it down to balls now. Thank you, balls. I am definitely I would add a added element to that sentence, Tim. I would say I am too, and I give Phil slack because he is a very old stoner. Very old. Look at this. By Christmas, I'm gonna have a Santa beard. I'm convinced. This is gone. This is all I need is this to go, and I got the Santa beard. It's happening. Oh yes. And then once it's all Santa, then I can like just ferment it sometimes if I really want to make a memory. But it's tougher when it's mixed. It's gonna be interesting to have that Santa beard. I'm gonna have to grow it in a little bit. But it's coming. It's coming soon. And then this is going to go all old man St. Nick. Oh, I'm going to get a jobs in the winter as Santa Claus. That'll be great. All I have to do is grow a beard. Okay, so we're the two sons. We're going to be the sons. Alan and Adam. We're going to rule the world as brothers and brothers. And he's never claiming us. We're fucked. So, speaking of characters I don't know about and I'm not sure about, and I have to ask you all in the chat, what are your opinions of Jace? Sometimes I like him. Sometimes he reminds me that he makes me feel like I'm watching a teen drama show. Like, what's the gossip, Mom? Like, Mom, what's the problem? Like, I keep thinking of Gossip Girl every time he's on. I like Jace. I do, but I'm not quite Jace-ified in the way I should be. You know what I mean? I'm not feeling the Jace. What do you guys say? I'm not feeling the Jace 100%. I liked him last week, but he wasn't my favorite this week. I didn't like the Jace. I don't like how he's coming in and just being Rhaenyra's conscience. Like, what are you doing, Mom? Mom, this isn't how... Mom, whoa, Mom, don't do it, Mom. Like, she's just like an annoying first officer. I don't know. I'm not feeling Jace.
The big Damonowski. I'm liking those little episodes. I keep thinking he's going to wake up in the middle of a meeting. He keeps waking up at a table in a meeting. That's just too funny. No, I want to say that I really like this character, Alice. But, is it me? Or is her Scottish accent kind of coming and going? Because it seemed a little sketchy today. Last week, it seemed a little more consistent. I don't know. Is it just me? Anybody catch that? Her accent's kind of there, not there? I don't know. But great character, great actress. I loved all that Alice and Daemon stuff. That just rocks. All right, man.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And by the way, everybody, thank you so much for Pete's Live Music, Jay, and Antoine Thomas. I Do we have any other calls? But thank you to everyone that called in tonight and to our texters as well. Anyone does want to call in, we're still open for getting towards the end of the episode. But if you got anything that you want to get your voice into the show, call in at 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. I'm going to put that number in the chat in case you want to call in and leave a voicemail. And let's continue with this recap. Oh no, let's continue with Pete's live music so I can hippie activity here. Thank you guys for calling on in. It helps. It helps when I don't have a co-host, when Joe's not joining me on one of these, to get breaks. You know, it's tough. It's tough. Like I want to go fill my drink, but I don't want to leave you guys for a second here. So let's go.
Hey, last season I thought, okay, it's not as good as Game of Thrones. Okay, I really love Game of Thrones till kind of the ending deal, but I never really considered House of the Dragon as good. This season we're getting closer, and I'm just wondering, is this going to be like a 7-8 seasons thing that gets bigger than Game of Thrones as far as just like how involved it is, the popularity, whatever? Because it seems like it's well on its way.
I don't know if it's going to get to the popularity level that the main series got, because that was a next level kind of popularity point where it just reached sort of crazy levels of mainstream shows that don't happen too often. They do happen. We've all seen The Sopranos hit that for a second. Like Seinfeld hit that for a second. We can name a bunch of shows that hit that moment of being. The Walking Dead had it for a while there, of just crazy attention of not just diehard fans of the series, but grabbing the general mainstream audience as well. And I don't know if House of the Dragon will ever do that. I do think it will consistently build an audience of people that are brought back that were Song of Ice and Fire television fans that maybe haven't given it a chance, and because of how they feel about the end of the main Game of Thrones series, that will eventually kind of get into it after many years after the series finishes and kind of binge watch the whole series if they hear it ends pretty good. I do know people that have already said that to me, like, oh, I'll watch it after it ends and I hear it has an okay ending. And I think more faith will come back to a Song of Ice and Fire universe in the mainstream audience the more these series actually hit and do good. They have a high percentage success, and then they don't repeat the mistakes that Star Trek and Star Wars have done trying to do shit like this, where they just do too much of it and don't flesh out the ideas first. Star Trek eventually got into a good groove with Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds and Picard Season 3, and even Discovery got better. But when it first started out and they tried just saturating and not really flesh out what they wanted to do with Trek, to me it came off rather poor. I think what HBO's done so far with expanding this universe has been I might not like that they sort of shot a pilot and didn't follow up on it, and we're never going to see the light of day of that. Might be a series that some people and myself might have enjoyed, but they're being hard on it. They passed on the Jon Snow series. They're trying to, which would have been an easy money grab to bring people's eyes in. Like, even if they had got a slightly decent story out of that, and it didn't matter if they were just trying to make Song of Ice and Fire stuff to just make money and bring people in, they probably would have done the Jon Snow series, bad script or not. But they chose not to because they just couldn't find a script that they liked enough that they thought would be a good product. So I think if this series keeps on this trajectory, I do think, I keep mentioning this, but whatever, the return of high quality in the attention may come in one of these future Game of Thrones series. I might be House of the Dragon towards the end, but who knows? I tend to think that Dunk and Egg might grab people more from like a mainstream thing because it's a simpler story and easier to follow, because as much as there's other things going on, spoiler for Dunk and Egg, and I'm not going to talk much about it, but spoiler if people don't know anything about what I'm talking about, which is the next Game of Thrones series that should be out in the next couple of years, whatever. I don't know the date of it. We only have two main characters. There's other characters, and I assume it being a television series will focus on other characters to a certain extent, but it's going to be a much more narrowed focus. And I think for regular people to get back into this again, that would be good. Make it simple. And then let them be expanded into the world instead of having a lot thrown at you, which this series, I feel like this is more of a for people that it's just a bigger sort of thing. And that's not, it's just different. Anyways, blibbity blobbity bloobity blobbity blue. I'm looking forward to it. And see, everyone might be looking forward to different things. I'm looking forward to seeing how they implement animation in this world. Should be fun. So, whoa. I just got hit with a wave. So Jason admires her for what she did, and she's like, I heard you hit Buttle, douchebag, Bartholomew, or whatever his name is. She's like, lucky I didn't cut out his goddamn tongue. Jason's like, what? And she says, I need to be tougher, Jace. I can't just sit here. I can't do anything. Everyone's like, Daemon. And Rhaenyra straight up had a Martha Brady moment. She did Daemon. It was great. And the White Worm slips in and says, hey, I delivered the gift. And Jason's like, what gift? And Rhaenyra's like, something clouds the Blackwater tonight. And Jace gives stink eye. Real big stink eye. We see food on the water. We get from Rhaenyra. Food has been delivered to the small folk. Then we see Alicent and the Maester talking about Aegon. Aegon will survive. And they're sending word for Otto everywhere, but he's nowhere to be found. Is Otto dead? Are we finally going to be rid of that dude? No, it doesn't look like it. Then we get a scene with Alicent talking to, is it her brother? I'm not sure who this guy is. I can't lie. I don't know who this guy is. I know he's been Crispy's #1 guy for most of the missions, and we hear about Darren, and she talks about him. He's 16. He smiles. He's good at everything. He's got girls. He's the man. He's kind of a good dude. He's special. And Alicent has a happy look on her face that like Marcella for Cersei, this is her good child. A good person. And Otto is being pegged somewhere. That's Spider. It's the night is still early. Maybe it might happen for all of us. But totally Centovia. She had a Marsha moment, it was great. And so yeah, and we get Daron and Crispy. So Crispy and Alicent share one final moment of love. And Helena and we get a Helena scene, and she's so sweet, and she's playing with her toys and playing with some stuff. And Alicent comes in, she goes, well, we're going to go light a candle for the dead. And you can tell that Helena already knows that some bad shit's going to happen. And she's like, gets this look on her face like, I don't want to go. And Alicent's like, you're coming, let's go. And we see Hugh Hammer seeing the dog, the food's here, and Rhaenyra's food came in the middle of the night, and all the people are getting food, and Rhaenyra's taking care of them. And finally, we get some music kicking in here in this episode. Alicent and Helena are lighting candles, and there's a riot outside. People want at the queen. They're throwing shit at the queen. They're calling her the queen of the fishes. Everything's happening. It's going crazy. Rhaenyra is, they're screaming Rhaenyra's name. Helena and Alicent are running away. They're running away like Princess Leia in young Obi-Wan. And the crowd looks like they're right there. They look like they have her. Oh my God, they're stuck in a corner. They're going to get them. They're going to get both of them right here. Both Alicent and Helena are going to die in the crowd right now because they're surrounded. Oh, they're just running away. Oh, nothing's happening. Oh my goodness. They're just running. The soldiers are getting killed. They're ripping apart the soldiers, but they're not going after the two people that they were originally going after. They're going after the big guys. Okay, oh no. People are yelling, Rhaenyra and Alicent is cut, and she has fish all over her face. It's not a good look. So we have more of Harvey Two-Face. Clubfoot comes in. I talked a little bit about this scene earlier. Clubfoot comes in. We have a really interesting version of the Tyrion Jon Snow scene that is really awesomely done. And he's like, you're a bastard, and people are going to treat you differently. You're not going to be able to run anymore. You're going to be okay, but people are going to treat you in this fucked up way. We get more backstory on Clubfoot. Clubfoot's a great character, very multi-layered and very interesting, and a lot of backstory to him, a lot of fleshing out in this episode and this season in general. I very much appreciate that. And even his foot fetish thing makes more sense after hearing this story. Where in the world is Auto San Diego? Boop. That is a good one. See, David just wrote one too. We got to add that to the pile, David. So I should have known better with a foot like you that he could. I should have known better with a foot like you. That I could shoot my creamy goat all over Alicent. No, okay, so, but the Clubfoot was like a likable, he told no lies. He was almost like a likable human being in the scene. And he won't let Aegon take his drugs. He's like, you need your mind fresh. Your foot's fucked up. You got to train your mind here. And yeah, your mind will be your weapon. They'll underestimate you. Get your shit back. Get your shit together. Your brother's an asshole. We're all in danger. Aemond shouldn't be in charge. So we go back to Daemon's dreamscape and more Viserys. His dream, he confronts his brother like he was there when his wife died. He wakes up, goes to the river run, and Grover's dead. Oscar's in charge now, and Alice Rivers killed him. She handled her business. She went in there, and she killed the motherfucker. I vote for Helena on the Iron Throne with Rhaenyra in hand and Aemond and Daemon as her Queen's Guards. They say you're a dreamer, and I'm with you. Old Torf. Oh my God, I'm late and I haven't watched it yet. Is it good? Yeah, it's a good episode. It's good. It's another character building type episode, but a very good episode. Yes, we get more Daemon tripping. Viserys shows up tonight. I guess even if you didn't want to be spoiled tonight, I just did it anyway. But yes, Viserys is spoiled. But I guess if you clicked on a recap of an episode, you don't really care if you learn that Viserys shows up, but he does, and it's awesome. So he wakes up, Grover's dead, and some other Muppets in charge, and he got what he wanted, and Alice Rivers did it. Okay. This is my favorite, the Adam scene right here. We see the dragon Sea Smoke come at Corlys's other son, Adam. He basically calls him out. He's flying over Sky, and he's like, you down there, I'm coming after you. And then he straight up stalks his ass, follows him, and he jumps around, he's running, and he gets right in his face, and he gives him this like, hi. He was so happy to see Adam. Like, so happy. I swear this fucking dragon smiled. This dragon was smirking when he saw him. He's like, you're my new daddy. I love you. It was so cute. I know it's a giant piece of computer animation, and I shouldn't feel sort of empathy for it, but I couldn't help but feel empathy for this dragon that lost its fucking daddy with this weird situation and found another connection in this world. It was romantic. It was beautiful, and I am fucking here for it. Every second of it. It was beautiful. And he just goes, hi, this is my new buddy. I'm going to be your friend. And I mentioned this earlier, but several of the cats I've had in my life, this is how they find me. They just come up to you and they go, I'm your buddy now. You're feeding me. You better take me to the vet to see if I have worms. Bye. It's fucking great. My ex-girlfriend chases me like that dragon. Mark A. Houston. I said it earlier. You're a lucky-ass man. Where was Adam running to? I don't know. You don't run away from dragon. It's one of the rules. You don't enter a conflict I was trying to quote History of the World, but I couldn't, or Spaceballs, but I couldn't. No, Princess Bride. I was trying to quote Princess Bride, but I fucked it up. You know why I fucked it up? Because I don't even know what fucking movie I'm talking about. But this was my favorite episode of the scene. This was my favorite episode of the scene was the Chase Dragon aphasia situation. I do think I have a little bit of aphasia. I definitely say different words. Darmok in the stars. Yeah. Have we seen a dragon stalk? This might be the first time, Maud Mary. And it was cute. I cannot talk about this scene. I notice I'm pausing on this scene and I'm going through some other ones. This was just my favorite scene of the episode. I was charmed by this scene. This was cute. It was Disney cute at times. Like, good Disney. Not douchey Disney. When you wish upon a star. Like that Disney, not. But it was good. Not like Dancing Darth Vaders or something, not that Disney. Anyways, so yeah, and there was a dragon jump scare here that you knew was coming, but it's still pretty damn effective. Darmok, yeah, Agelada into Tagra, yeah. I got some fucking aphasia going, David. There's a really good play. I don't know if it's really good, but it's funny and deep, called Night Sky. That's about aphasia. And it's kind of cool. It's about astronomy and aphasia. It's an interesting piece. It's an interesting character piece. I think it's based on true story too. True story. So that old man who lost his hand to the shepherd. Yes, Sea Smoke is like, I want that Snoop Dogg. I want him as my driver. He smokes an ounce a day, every day. That one half Hanex. I tried to say, Maud Mary. That half of Xanax is kicking in. I need another BC power. I'm jealous. I need to slow down. I need something, my gear to shift. I need to refill my drink for one more time. Daemon and Jacaerys at Targaryen. It was charming as a Pixar Disney kind of moment. Maybe that's a better way of saying it nowadays. It was like a Pixar moment. Like I was learning how to train my dragon in that moment. It was cute. And I don't mean that as an insult. That's not sort of downgrading it and being like, yeah, it was cloying or pedestrian. This was cloying and pedestrian. This is high art. You won't have any of that fuck shit on my show. No, not like that. Not like cheesy, like I'm a cow, I say moo, I taste great on the barbecue. Not milking the cow jokes. Not being utterly ridiculous. Not why do cows have cowbells because their horns don't work. Not what do you call a cow that just gave birth? Decaffeinated. Not that. That's what I got to say about that. So, Merry Christmas. We see Dragon Sea Smoke. Oh, yeah, we already talked about this. But I could talk about the scene again, and I want to talk about it again. I have to talk about it more. But, which I will in other places at other times. But it was a great scene, and he's got the dragon. Oh, thank you, Spider's Great Pitfalls. I'm a cow. I say moo. I taste great on the barbecue. Okay, White Worm gives her speech. It's a good success. Rhaenyra's like, all my sons hate me. Everyone hates me. Everyone talks about Daemon. And then they both shit talk Daemon a little bit. He's only doing it for themselves. Daemon is turned against me. And she's like, no, that's not Daemon's style. Maybe he ran away, but he's not against you. And Rhaenyra's like, my son doubts me. I need more dragons. I can't. And they bond. They have a speech about her plight and how she's on Rhaenyra's side and how she's Rhaenyra's till the very end. And they hug. And they hug for a long time. Then they hug for a little longer. Then some time passes. Then some more time passes. Still hugging. Still hugging. Still hugging. Okay, so you just set off my Hey Google thing. Search for info on worms. Hey Alexa, play question of the day. Oh no, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. No, Alexa, shut up. Alexa, stop. Sorry. Yes, spiders, big balls of fury. Phil, you can talk about Cobra Kai because it's one of the 11 in there in the past out. Tim, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. Tim, I promise I will do a Cobra Kai thing at some point with Joe when he gets a chance to watch it. I was hoping he was going to be here tonight so we were going to talk about it a little bit more, but I'm almost done with the episode, and I will mention it a little bit here in a second, but if you have to crash, I will definitely do a whole thing on this whole season at some point so you won't be missing anything. I'll just be repeating myself. And I'm basically going to be saying what you and I were talking about in email. Like Tim and I were talking in an email about the season of Cobra Kai, the first 5 episodes. So you kind of already know my thoughts when it comes down to it. I could just read what I wrote to you. So White Worm gives a speech. Yeah, success. They hug. There's banjo music, and they kiss. Dude comes in. He's like, "See, Smoke has a rider. Listen, in no way am I a cock block. Hi, my name is Sir Cockblock, but in no way I'm a cock block right now, huh? But I gotta tell you, see, Smoke has a rider. That's nice. Could you give me 10 minutes? No, see, Smoke has a rider now. And Rhaenyra regulators, mount up. Rhaenyra gets on Dragonback, and she rides out, and she's going to go check out the scene. Who is on Sea Smoke? We're going to have a dragon interaction. How is this going to handle? Is this going to be good, or is this going to be bad? Or is this going to be sad? Or am I going to be glad? And do I need a should everyone get a peanut? Because there's no more rhyming. I mean it. So, Part 2, I think, is coming in, like, November, I think they said. So, yeah. Which is frustrating. It's fair play. I will see how it goes, but I was bullshit. What's that? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works out and see where this goes in the storyline, or see if it was just a change for spicy reasons. And yeah, that's our episode here. I think the weakest part, or not the weakest part, the most difficult part is everything that's going on with the lack of Nettles situation and someone else maybe picking up her storyline. And I also think some of the best stuff in this episode was all the stuff with Sea Smoke. Sea Smoke is the MVP. This is one of my favorite dragon moments that we've had yet on the series. I'm a fan. Let's get into some Sir Cockblock meets Sir Pounce. They're both getting in the way of awkward situations. Sir Pounce jumped into that Marjorie Tommen situation. Mount up, baby. So let's get into a little bit more here. And we got another voice message from our good buddy, Pete's Live Music. If you want to call on in right now, now's the time, 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. Call on in, share your thoughts on this episode, and we'll go with that. Pete's Live Music, what you got to say about that?
Yes, the people were revolting.
They were revolting.
The money. Jim, don't correct me. What is it? Of course, Your Majesty. on the most urgent of business. It is said that the people are revolting. You said it. They stink on ice. No, Your Majesty, this is a very serious problem.
It's good to be the king. It's good to be the king, Pete's live music. Oh, thank you, Spiders. Great big balls of furry. I'm the best. I'm Dylan. Dylan! Oh my god, I can't. Thank you. That's better. That's better, you motherfucker. You know what, everybody? Just on that note, I'm not quite done here, but I am going to go pour a little bit more of a drink, half a drink right now, and I will be back, but I'm going to try to play, I'm going to play a song for you. So I will be right back. Let me go grab a quick drink, and then we'll take any calls that come on in or voicemails or whatever, and I will... We can open this up to a couple of other topics. If you guys have any questions on any shows or anything right now, you can open it up. Open me wide. And we'll be on for about another 10, 15 minutes or so. But let's start with this.
Grab your sword and shield. It's a stolen horse, it's real. It's Groundhog Day on a 3-day course. Final man starts to strafe. Keeps his weapon. If you wanna be safe, run around like a stick in the mud. In the fairy rains, in the mouths of floods. It's funny how evil can push politeness. You can't fight. It's a time crisis.
Not much after that. I think I started to wrap up right after you left. I'm a little tired tonight, so I'm wrapping up a little bit early. We're not going 3 hours tonight. I'm just gonna be on a few more minutes. Take a few more questions. If Tim's still out there, I promise to talk a little bit about Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai had 5 episodes. They dropped 5 episodes this season. I'm not gonna talk any spoilers right here, but it was probably my least favorite section of Cobra Kai. I did like some of the Johnny and Daniel-san stuff, but there was some ridiculosity that happened with Kreese that Tim and I were talking about a little bit, and some of the stuff mixed with Tori didn't quite all flesh out good. But especially the problem I had was only dropping 5 episodes. It didn't feel like something dropping, and I would have rather them drop more episodes. But I will do a whole breakdown on that. I don't want to get too far in that. I'm going to keep things generally House of the Dragon right now till the end and wrapping up here. But Tim and anyone else that watched it, it was good, but it was not satisfying. I think if you're going to drop for a binge watch, you need to drop more than 5 episodes. It's just too short, especially when the episodes are so short. Like, they're not like really long episodes either. So it went real quick. And right when I started to get into it, it kind of ended. I think it gets better as it goes. First couple episodes sort of are slow to set things up, but Johnny continues to be the best thing about the show. He's the thing saving the show. The kids are getting a little too Disney Channel at times for me, but Johnny is back to Johnny. Like they found the magic back for Johnny this season, where he was getting a little disappeared the last couple of years. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. It's all right. I like Cobra Kai only because it's ridiculous, campy, but it's hard to judge this season right now because of how short it was. I just don't think 5 episodes is... Save it. Like, if you want to give us 15 episodes instead of 10 episodes of the final season, cool, do that. Just split it in half. Do, I can't do math. Do 7 and 8 or something. Right? Is that 15? Yeah, it's 15. But whatever. Thank you so much. From I'm excited. That's going to be a fun show. I'm going to definitely jump on here and do some From talk too once the season starts. We got the Walking David. Let me play the Walking David's voicemail. We'll start to wrap things up too. So, she got some dragon's eggs in her pockets. Let's play our good buddy, the Walking David. Make sure if you haven't already, you find The Walking David here on YouTube. You find The Walking David on TikTok. You find The Walking David in movies. You find The Walking David everywhere. You support him. You help his ass out because he is issues family. Because David's success equals our success by success equals David's success. Blah, 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 blah. So help The Walking David out. But anyways, let's listen to his voicemail. Okay, we listen to his voicemail. What's interesting is, I don't know, do I have the little finger on? Are you leaving a voicemail to yourself? I don't know if I have little finger on right now. I'm not sure if I do. I'm not sure if I turned it back on before the season. I usually only keep it on during Game of Thrones seasons. Okay, let's go.
Hello, dear council. My brother lives, but in the meantime, Lord Strong, I shall kiss you deeply, because we have to keep the interests of the small folk. Bring me thine clubfoot, or face the fury of mine brother's dragon cock.
Yes. Get the dragon cock. Good, I'm glad we got the fucking amazing Walking David offering us his talents. Definitely check out his stuff if you like fun impressions and good shit and like to laugh. Check out The Walking David. So, I love one episode a week. Give us all a chance to talk about it. As much as I do love binging, for what I do here, I would rather every show be once a week. I appreciate the appointment viewing aspect of it. It creates an event of some sort. I think that's the one thing. That's my walking to school in the snow moment. Back in my day moment. I appreciated, even though it was tough. There was shitty parts about it, like having to watch a show once and then wait a whole year for it to be, wait 6 months for it to be on repeat to watch the next episode of it. But when certain shows aired, it brought everyone over to my house, or we'd all go over to someone's house to watch the episode. It was like you'd have a party around the episode and the airing and all that sort of shit. We used to do that for a lot of television shows. Sopranos. We used to do that for Survivor, 90210. No, but yeah, I'd have all my friends over. We watched episodes of 90210. You should have seen us during the Dylan getting his money back arc. That was huge. Rest in peace, Shannon Doherty. But I've not watched Foundation, but maybe I will give it a shot. I need some new shows. David is killing it. Watch Foundation based on the book series by Isaac Asimov. I will definitely try. Where is it streaming, Spider's Balls of Fury? We got Aemond Targaryen, as we mentioned on the phone. I might need to jump on that. I might need to use your Aemond in something coming up, David. I might need to use that voicemail. I should leave all voicemails are property of the Issues program. I haven't read the books, but from what I understand, the idea of dawn, day, and dusk is not in the books. Yeah, great idea for the show. Back in the day, the seasons were twice as long. We were talking about this a little bit on Tony's stream. I grew up in an age where television series were about 24 to 26 episode seasons. Like, you watch shows like Cheers or 90210 even, or any of the Star Trek series, the original group. They were all 20 plus episode seasons. And it was like every show was like that. I do think in some ways that's too much. for some dramas that couldn't get the production values they need or flesh out the story or sort of streamline the type of story that they're trying to tell, and it hurt them. A lot of needing to do a lot of episodes of the week that way because you need to fill out shows without worrying about it and write quick scripts, so you can't do continuity shit. So you just need to sort of move it on. So if you just have to create multiple episodes really quick, it's an easy way to do it. And that's why you got some lower quality in some of those shows that matter. You know, not all Quantum Leap episodes were made the same, you know, or whatever. Another show that had multiple episodes like that. I do think we got to a good happy medium at the 10 to 15 episodes. I think most shows, a 10 to 15 episode season, or I would even say we sort of centered for a long time around 10 to 13. Some shows have close to 13 episodes, some episodes at 10. 8 is really pushing it. I don't think most truly fleshed out television series like that, 8 episodes would be enough, not in a big budget thing like this. I think 10 is a better number. That being said, I do think everything is a certain amount of episodes of story. You shouldn't pad something out. But I don't think that's what they're doing here. They're just choosing what to expand and what not to expand. They have plenty of material that could expand to 10 episodes, especially when we're getting these filler moments. But when I see the end of this year, and if I feel like the story that they were trying to tell has worked at the right pace, you know, some shows can pull it off. Some shows can have 8 episode seasons or even 6 episode seasons and pull off awesome shows. I'm just saying it's not ideally conducive to my entertainment to do that. So, I like all the Quantum Leap episodes, Tim, but not all of them are great. Some of his leaps were lame. I shouldn't say all the Quantum Leap episodes were well made and well good. Some of the leaps were well fleshed out, and some leaps were excellently fleshed out and really interestingly done. Some of them were lame ones. Like, didn't he go into like a pig or something once? There was like a couple of fucked up things like that happened. Don't get me wrong, I watched every damn episode of Quantum Leap, and I'd watch them all now, but whenever you find it on streaming now, it's that fucked up thing where some series from the 80s and 90s don't have all the episodes there, and it's hard to rewatch it. 90210 is like that too. Yeah, I never really cared as much about Villain of the Week shows too. I think it's part of the reason why I didn't like dramas as much, and I sort of catered at the time to watching some more soap opera oriented stuff like Beverly Hills 90210, Melrose Place, Gossip Girl, fucking why am I blanking on the name, with Marissa and Ryan Atwood and fucking Orange County, the OC. Like shows like that, because at least the stories were ongoing storylines that I could follow. And then eventually Deep Space Nine and Oz. Those were the first 2 ones that really interested me because they were deeper series and they weren't just like, you know, vapid-ish 90210 shit. But yeah, so for me it really was Oz and Deep Space Nine that started to get me into the more long-form storytelling. But at the time, the Villain of the Week stuff just didn't appeal to me. That's why I never really liked the Law & Order series. I know they're good. I know people like them, but I don't like the sort of problem of the week that gets solved by the end of the episode and move on to the next thing. Some shows do it really well, and I don't mind it in sitcoms. But in like a drama series for immersion, I need less Villain of the Week kind of stuff. But I don't think it's bad, and I think it's almost exotic now to see a Villain of the Week kind of thing, because it's so, we've gone too far in the other direction now. So I think when you see some stuff that's done well, it's like seeing a good sitcom now, since we're not in the sitcom age. It's like when it works, it's like, oh yeah, sitcoms could be great. I would totally pay to see Daemon fight the Gorn on Cestus 3. I think that's what it was. I think it was on Cestus 3. Oh my goodness. Shows got really good in the Prison Break Lost era. Yeah, the Prison Break Lost heroes in the first season. That was leading into 24. That was leading things into a good direction, which led us into the Breaking Bad eventually of it all, and that whole era of television. But now it's the less they've taken away. Oh, I have super girly taste in television. I didn't even get into my like reality show like interest. It's a different tale altogether, Julia. Daemon, we all need some Daemon. I mean, I think Sandroko, everything that's happening now has to be the foreplay for Daemon to be losing his shit at some point, right? Coming out swinging. They did. In a lot of ways, they did. Let me, excuse me for 1 second here. Well, what is this? I don't even know what this is.
The name is Bond. James Bond. 007, young chap. I liked my Feel the Issues guy streams. Shaken, not stirred, Moneypenny. Sean Connery here. Long-time fan. First-time caller. Ever since I retired, I find
You're dead.
Watching your streams.
You're dead,
while
Sean.
fondling my balls.
Oh, you do?
My question.
Thank you.
Do you believe Viserion is an ice dragon or a zombie dragon?
Wow. I don't even know where that voicemail came from. I just needed to play something to stall for a second. Wow. Maybe. Spiders, I definitely think we're at a very interesting time in the entertainment distribution level between 2000 and 2015, where beyond anything else, just talking about entertainment right now, the different podcasts for different topics like that, you know, we'll open up a real issues program one day, maybe, but talking about the entertainment landscape, when streaming camp kind of came in, it wasn't legal yet. It was a little behind the doors, and everyone was using, you know, streaming sites like the original Hulu before it was legal, or TVLinks.tv or all that sort of shit. And then the way streaming was initially established and the way you could just sort of watch, it seemed like you just had access to watching more, and the way television was distributed for a while, and the series that were coming out were all high quality series. Things like mine, like I'm not going to go listing all the shows. It was before Netflix started just canceling everything, before HBO started screwing shit up. I'm not saying you don't get good stuff now, but the entertainment landscape of what's being presented, it's you have to look more closely to find the good stuff now, where we were in an era for a while in that stretch you're talking about where it seemed like almost every show that was coming out was awesome in some way. You know, whether it's, I don't want to list the name, but there's just so many shows, because I might miss one, or I might say something and someone's like, oh, that's all a good show, but there's so many of that age. And even if some of them didn't end so well, like Lost or Dexter or, you know, like Sons of Anarchy didn't have as many great seasons. The Wire, when did The Wire come out? Around that time, though. Yeah, The Wire was broadcasting in that time. You know, you had friggin' Boardwalk Empire come out. Like, all the HBO stuff came out in that stretch. I think it's about time Joe and I did a bunch of stuff. I gotta get Joe off his ass to have some fun with me for a while. He was supposed to come on tonight. I'm a little pissed off at Joe right now. He's supposed to come on No, he gave me a maybe, but Joe was supposed to be on tonight. And Banshee was good. Let's see. I mean, there was a lot of great shows in that era that were just really awesome. And I might be messing up on the years a little bit, but it was a good burst for TV content and stuff. And I even like the stuff after that because Jimmy Smits was so good on that show, Tim, even through the end. So there's enough good things happening on the show to make it watchable through the end. But I do think the last season dropped in quality a lot. It was just darker, but it needed to be. But it just But Jimmy Smits was a great addition to that show. It was great to see his awesome work on that. He was an underrated piece of that series and one of the best performances in the entire series. And he was only on the end half of the series, at least in my mind. I think Jimmy Smits killed it. I don't know exactly why he chose the writer Sandruko. I think there was just something about him. I think he just sensed he wanted him. Like, why do dogs and cats choose certain people to be their moms and dads? I mean, I know in some ways some people do go to shelters or pet stores or breeders or whatever and pick dogs or cats for themselves. But I think those of us that have been through this, and I'm not the only one, we all know, like, if you haven't done it, you know someone that has or something. Like, sometimes animals find you. They come up to you and they're like, you're mine now. You know, even at times when you go to a shelter or something and you try to find a dog or a cat in the shelter and you're like walking around looking at and meeting them, like, you can tell which one is like, you're mine. So I think it was something like that. Like, he liked the cut of his jib and he could smell that friggin' Valerian blood. And he was just like, you're my daddy now. You're my daddy now. Come on. So I thought it was a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. The wonderful Carla Way is here. Carla's here. It's time to end things. You know, Carla's here. Time to stop. We don't like Australians here. No. They're too nice and awesome. They're not the chillest people in the fucking world. Fuck that. Get them out of here. Screw that. But no, we got the wonderful Carla, who is in the live chat. Great to see you, my friend. Yeah, Joe's a little scared. No, I think Joe just got busy tonight. I don't think Laenor is going to... I think we now know. That would create an awkward situation, Sonic, if Laenor came back. It would be a little weird. It would be awkward. That would be like an awkward dating reality show moment. Like, oh, I'm here with my girlfriend and my last girlfriend, and I got invited to the weddings. Exactly. Too many kangaroos. Too much stuff. Too much friendly smiles and nice. Whatever. Go with your good vibes and, you know, all that fucking shit. That's your thing. Jesus. Go with your Paul Hogans and your, whatever. I know they're New Zealand. Go with your Flight of the Conchords, whatever. I know they're from New Zealand. Yeah, whatever, you know. That's all I know about Australia. Kangaroos and Flight of the Conchords. This week, I am in this stretch right now in the summertime where 3-4 days a week I'm going to summer camps and daycares and elementary schools that are empty with after school programs and putting on a drum workshop, comedy workshop for kids and doing it most weekdays in the summer. It's why my voice is shot to shit a little bit. Carl was giving me some advice. Carl, it's funny you mentioned something that when I had oral therapy, hey now, throat that I do anyways. You were talking about the straw, like blowing through the straw and making sure and blowing the air and like going up, like up the thing with the straw. That really does help when you do it before or after an activity to kind of warm up the vocal cords and rest them after and kind of massage them after it's over with. My problem, as I mentioned, which, now I'm going to have a private conversation with Carla, is I'm supposed to record a new song, and I want my voice to be like as fresh as it can be, but it's holding together fine. Like I can pull things off, but I'm not in my best voice. But I need a break, but I can't take a break because I'm talking every day, like screaming in front of audiences of like 200 kids. In some cases, sometimes as little as like 40 or 50, but still, You try that I'm a cow, I say moo, I taste great in the barbecue joke in a room full of 6 and 7 year olds. That kills. That joke kills there. So I'm sort of pushing my voice too much. So I need to kind of like get a week off to then go record the vocals. So nothing I'm doing is helping with that, but I am maintaining my ability to do it. I just don't have, like, my falsettos are burned a little bit. I can't quite get there, if you know what I mean. So everyone, thank you for being a part of Carla and I's vocal therapy session for 5 seconds. I'm gonna Venmo her 50 cents for the 5-minute class, and we're done there. Oh yeah, Steve Irwin, National Treasure. We got Crocodile Dundee, Flight of the Conchords, and Steve Irwin. Other than that, what the hell is Australia? What is it? What the fuck is it? Exactly, Carla. I need like 5 days of not fucking talking. And I just can't have it right now, because maybe when House of the Dragon's off, I can do it, because I usually have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off from work. So I could stretch it into, like, sometimes I have Mondays off, so I got 4 days and I could slip in a quick vocal track. But when I try to do, like, modulate in my voice at all, it's like, like, it's fine. And see, it did right there. I like cracked. I'm getting Peter Brady sometimes and shit too. So, which I feel bad, because the guitar player finished all, like, the track's done except for my track, my vocal. So it's like, they're just waiting on my fucking lazy ass. And you know, musicians, they don't get it. They're like, just record your fucking vocal. Just do it. You sound fine. I'm like, I don't sound fucking fine. I don't sound fine. I'll be in my trailer eating green M&Ms right now, okay? And you tell me when I can go in vocal rest enough to pull off a good vocal, okay? Because my vocals are crap right now. And I'm sitting here every fucking night, doing this stupid shit. Nah, I love you guys. This isn't stupid shit. I just mean, what I mean is specifically, like, this stupid shit, like...
They call me Crispy Baby, he sucks on Alicent. He wants to lick her toes, no, that's a club with smells and scents. He's Crispy Baby, crispy, crispy lippy, crispy tight. He's crispy groovy, crispy rib,
I mean, that's not healthy. I shouldn't be doing that. Like, I can't help myself. You know, I can't help myself. I'm just screaming, you know. Oh ho ho, you know, like, what am I doing? Like, what's the point? Sorry, everyone. I was having a class with Dr. Carla. I tried to say. I can't pronounce it. I can't say words. Stay words. Biscuits, baskets. I want Merry Christmas for Christmases. What am I even talking about right now? So, thank you, balls of that is a very good use of signs right there, symbols and stuff like that. Oh my goodness. No, it's okay, Jackie. Sometimes it's fun on these things to be in the past of the chat and see what's actually going and catching up with everything. We're all doing God's work right here. Give me 1 second and then we'll start to wrap things up here. What am I doing here? What am I playing? Play something stupid for Pete's sake here. What are you doing? Whole family is doing that. What am I doing? Oh, I know. Let me do this. Let me push this one right here. That was really what you're doing right there? Don't talk to me like that. Mad Sinister says 2 women kissing and getting hot and heavy, and then stupid Knight knocking on the door. I called him Sir Cockblock. Like, that guy, no one likes that guy. What are you doing? What are you interrupting? Stop. In the name of your queen, let Rhaenyra finish. For fuck's motherfuck. I mean, seriously. It's unbelievable, everybody. So, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I do need some vocal rest. It needs to happen. I think it does. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the channel with a friend. Sorry, I got distracted by catching up on some texts. I was like, holy shit, I need to run and deal with some fucking shit. But everyone, you guys are fucking amazing. I will be back next week. Hopefully Joe will join us, but we'll see about that. But I will also be back at 6:30 with Tony Teflon and Bridge 4, my buddies, my partners in crimes, the usual motherfucking suspects. Make sure you check us out every week at 6:30. It's great to be back with my buddies. I mean, I talk to Tony all the time, and I'm lucky to have him as a podcasting streaming partner in these fucking adventures out here. But we get to see it's a treat because we get Bridge during this season, and so it's great to have the whole crew back together again. So if you're not checking those out, make sure you check those out at 6:30 before the episodes air, and make sure you subscribe, of course, to Bridge 4 and Teflon TV, of course. But I will be back. Oh no, it's still on? Oh no, it's one more!
war, going up inside you, going all night. Yeah, that's right.